Hey guys, it's Jason with ComicCryptoStock. Sold a book on eBay and we're going to go ahead and box that up. I'm going to give you the way I do it. So the key for me is this new material here. It's a super thick cardboard. It's like this wafer honeycomb board. It's really strong. It's super light. And this is what CGC is using now, and a lot of other companies for packaging just miscellaneous stuff. They've gone away from bubble wrap and styrofoam and are using this. And this has now made it just, I've got a bulletproof way for you to package up CGC books and keep it in a priority box, not the flat rate box, but a regular priority box, which is gonna save you money. So the flat rates are like $16. If you're selling one book, you can do it my way, keep it the weight under 2 pounds, and you're gonna ship that for between, like, I think $7.60 to about $12. So either way you slice it, it's gonna be cheaper than the flat rate box, and the way I do it is really, really nice. Alright guys, so this is the 1092 box. You can see the dimensions there. It's roughly 12 by 3 by 13. Now this is the trick right here. See, this line right here is where the box actually folds. And what I do is I add an extra inch, which is the thickness of the cardboard wafer board that we're going to use. So I reshape the box and make it 1 inch bigger on both sides. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and fold and assemble this end of the box. And the way I do this, right, you can bend, you know, this is the standard bend and this is the new bend. So you can just bend this. You know, I break it this way like on a table, you know, and I kind of have a jig set up so I can do it real quick. You know, if you were going to make some lines on it, you know, for the first time, you know, it might take you a little bit longer. But so from the edge into the first line is roughly 1 5/8 inch, and I'm basically adding an extra inch to the length of this box. And because it's a mailing box and not the flat rate box, we can change the size of this. All right guys, so we're gonna put this side together, right? Now we'll go ahead and pull this. Now we're not gonna be able to utilize all of the stickiness here, but we'll get enough to get at least the partial stick to get this kind of working for us. Okay, then what I do is I push this side down and then I kind of smash it on this side to help really get that tape sticking. Okay, so the next key is this wafer board. You're gonna have to cut 4 pieces. All the pieces, the width is gonna be 2 3/4. So you need 2 of them, 12 3/16, and I kind of drew out these nice lines. I cut it with this stuff with the razor blade, and then you can need 2 bigger ones, okay? And the thing is, once you get the hang of this, I don't have to measure this and you know, sit here with the tape measure. You get an idea of what size these things need to be, and you can just kind of cut them freehand, and you can do it real quick. So this stuff kind of cuts like drywall, you know. So what I do is use a razor blade, and I'll just kind of go right along my lines here. You can double, you know, go through the same line twice. And then what you're going to do is flip it over and kind of tap it, bend it like that, and then you're going to cut the back side, just slice that back side, and then snap it, okay? So, you know, I'll go this way and then down the middle, and we'll get all 4 of those pieces out. Right, so we got our 4 pieces here. These 2 smaller pieces are going to be the top and bottom, and these 2 longer ones are going to be the sides. So what we'll do is, after we've completed our bottom here, we're going to go ahead and throw this one in and push it all the way down to the bottom. Okay? Then we're going to go ahead and put these 2 in the sides. Okay, so there we are. Got the 1 in the bottom, the 2 in the sides. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and wrap our comic book in a little bit of bubble wrap. Now the thing is, this is the really thin bubble wrap, so I like to maybe take it, go around the book, you know, 2-3 times, something like that. If you got the thicker bubble wrap, you really probably only need to go around the book twice. Now, I don't even tape this. There's no reason to tape it. You know, it's just going to make it a lot easier for the person to go ahead and get it out on the other end. Okay? So we'll go ahead and throw that in. Now what I like to do is throw a little bit of popcorn in the top and the bottom just to keep the book stabilized this way. See, it's not going to go anywhere really the other way because we've got these two things here bracing that out. So I got a little some popcorn on the top and the bottom of the book, and that's going to keep it, you know, stabilized in there so it can't shake around too much. Guys, so this is our top. So we put that top on, and then we fold our box. See, it breaks right on those lines that I gave you. We pull this guy here. Now remember, we're not going to be able to use all of the sticky part here. We're really only using probably only 1/4 inch of it. Okay, we'll push that down real good. Then what I'll do is we'll go ahead and start to tape this up to reinforce just the stickiness. But so we've got our box, we've got it, you know, resized 1 inch on either side. This thing is in there. I can move it around like this, and that book is not moving around. The first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and tape from about here across this whole thing here and down this side. Okay, come down about there, about 4 to 6 inches. So I'm gonna do that on both sides of this. So we got that taped up. That's gonna reinforce this seal here because we are not utilizing all of the sticky stuff that the post office provides. Now this is the next weak part that we need to reinforce. This is where there's like the zip strip to pull to open. So what we're gonna do is start about here. I'm gonna run that tape around here like this, all the way back around here, and end about, you know, 4 to 6 inches over there. So I'm gonna do that on both sides now. So here's a standard box, right? I can squeeze this and look at it deform, okay? That's me just squeezing, you know, with my hand. Here's our reinforced box. It's taped up. We've oversized it there. Look, I can squeeze that, and this thing don't flex at all. This is solid. Everywhere over here, this thing is solid. All right, guys, so here we go. We're all packaged up. The only thing I have to do is put the label on this sucker. So there's our digital scale, 1 pound, 12.5 ounces. So we are under the 2 pounds, which means we are golden. You're gonna save money with this method.